So let's see. Five of Wands. This is very passionate energy. Because the Five of Wands, it can be internal struggle. But I don't feel like it is. I don't feel like this is an internal struggle. It's more about clearing things up around you. It's the competition card. If you have a look, they're sparring. The two lions are fighting each other. You know, these people are sparring with each other as well. So it can be healthy competition in the workplace, in business, that kind of thing. I'm not getting that. I'm getting that more for you guys. It's, I don't know if you're on the same page as the people around you at the moment. And that's been coming up as well for people. But for you, it's Wands energy, it's fire energy, it's passion, creativity. It's almost like, well, I'm trying to create this. This could be other people just saying, hey, well, Aries, maybe you don't want to do that. Or maybe you shouldn't, you know, you might be trying to create something despite the people around you. There's people around you that want to go in a different direction, or they have a different vision for what they want to create. I kind of feel like with the Five of Wands coming up, back to that kind of initial story that hit me as soon as I saw these two. It kind of feels like there's like, it's not the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is conflict, big time conflict, ruthless, selfish energy, doing whatever it takes to get what you want. Five of Wands can be a misunderstanding. It's petty squabbling. It's kind of that kind of, it's very uneasy energy. And I would say the fives are the agents of chaos, right? Because they cause us to change. And I kind of feel like the changes that need to take place in this dynamic, whether it's a relationship, family, work, whatever it is, wherever this energy is showing up for you, it's communication. People are not communicating clearly where they are, what they want. And that's why the Page of Swords is coming up at the heart of this. You know, some people have reacted to something, they've seen someone post something on social media or something, or overheard something and jumped to a conclusion. I mean, that's the darkest side of the Page of Swords, is that, yeah, you know, it's the spy and who goes out to get information. But the Page of Swords doesn't fully understand what that information is. I don't know who else got the Page of Swords. Somebody else did. I don't remember. But that's the whole point of the Page of Swords. Because I see the pages as very, they're inexperienced energy. They don't have the experience of the knight, let alone the kings and queens, right? So this is someone who kind of knows something, might have some facts, but they don't know what to do with the facts. They don't know what to do with them because they don't fully understand what's been said or what's been happening. So whenever the Page of Swords comes up, there is a need to get more information, to find out what's going on. If someone says something to you, don't jump to a conclusion based off of what's going on with you. Say, okay, well, what do you mean by that? Get some clarification. The messages this time I felt so specific, I swear. I don't even know who they resonate with just a few. It's because those people need those messages this time. I'm a big believer in that. I mean, I pull the cards. They don't always resonate with me. So with this is getting more information. Now, yes, we've got the Page of Wands coming up in the past. I get the sense that something kind of, you might have heard something, or, I mean, the Page of Wands, pages are messengers. They can bring us news. They can bring us information. That's what pages do, right? They go around delivering messages, doing all that kind of stuff. But the Page of Wands is I always see the Page of Wands as very excitable. You know, he goes off in a different, or she goes off in a different direction, tries something new, is very much about experiencing something new. So you may have gotten some information, or, you know, gotten some news that was very exciting, oh my God, like, we can do this and this is great. You know, whether it was the idea of doing something new, or whether you actually heard something, someone offered you something. But it's something about it has become very complicated, or, you know, there's now squabbles about it, or it's like, what's going on here? That's why the Page of Swords is here with the Sword of Truth, to say, hey, what's the truth here? We need to get more information. And this is the week to, I think this, whatever it is, will get cleared up, because we have the Eight of Wands here. Now, this can go a number of ways. For some of you, this was an offer or news that came in about something, got you excited. You know, it's always beautiful, exciting information with the Page of Wands. This could be other opportunities coming in now. In which case, then, yeah, that would be the Five of Wands. That's internal conflict about which one do I go for? I'm now conflicted about, I have so many opportunities that I liked that one, but I could do any of these as well. The pace picks up with the Eight of Wands. And so, you know, then it's about doing the research, getting the information that's needed here. But for others of you, this is going to be direct communication with the Eight of Wands here. That's the way to clear this up. Whatever happens, please do not just act. So I know I'm saying this to Aries. Please do not just kind of act off what you think you know about this. Or, you know, if someone else comes gunning for you, understand that they are not asking the questions. They're reacting of what they think of a situation. Remember, it's general. It can go both ways. You're not, you know, it kind of feels like whoever this is, another party involved in this. Misunderstandings, that's what it is. Misunderstandings. Now, if there've been misunderstandings, we have 2 8s here. Things get evened out. As much as the 5s are the agents of chaos, things feel very intense and all over the place when 5s come in. We have stable energies of the 8s coming up here. This is about clarity through communication, getting the answers that you need, getting the information that you need. And I'll come to the Knight of Swords in a minute because that's the future energy. But the advice here is the 8 of Pentacles. It's like, work on this. Focus on this. Get grounded. Have a look at what you're truly working on. Because that's going to be your answer. I kind of get the sense that, you know, there could be people saying all sorts of stuff like making promises to you that sound great, very exciting. And that's the thing. It's not cups, which is emotional stuff. It's not, well, we've got 1 Pentacles here. The cups are missing. So right now, this is about you reacting to what you're hearing and what's going on around you. And passions, remember that. For the wands are about passions, right? Passions can run the whole bloody spectrum of them. We can be passionate about a person or a job, but passions can run high, and that's when we get rage and jealousy and anger. That kind of stuff can come in. So it's about directing it, focusing it with the 8 of Wands. Because usually we see 8 wands flying through the air. And here we've got a bunch of horses running. Now think about it. That's a stampede. It's making use of that energy, right? Having them all go in the same direction. So there's clarity of working. I'm getting the sense of working together. There could be a sense of whoever this is, especially if this is a work situation, that there's almost like a competing element at the beginning of the week. And by the end, you're working on something together that we can progress this going forward together. But it doesn't have to be. It feels more kind of nuanced than that. Communication is key though. We have 3 cards here, all about regarding communication. I mean, even the Page of Wands can be about communication. But here everyone's kind of going at each other, like misunderstandings and stuff. And let's just say this, because the Page of Swords is here, there could be someone who is causing problems because of a misunderstanding. It doesn't have to be nefarious. There's no lies and all that kind of stuff coming out. It just feels like this, it's coming through because of a misunderstanding. That someone's gotten the wrong end of the stick here. That's what needs to be cleared up this week. And then we have the Knight of Swords coming in after this. So I don't feel like the action takes place until that conversation is had, until that communication has been had, till we've considered all our opportunities, everything that's coming through. Because the Knight of Swords, he is very much one of those, he's the knight that he will go and fight for his beliefs. Swords are our thoughts, our beliefs, our ideas, and how we communicate them. He doesn't fully understand, and he doesn't communicate very well. Now, the Knight of Swords is 1 step up from the Page of Swords. But this is almost like, well, what do I believe now? And it's about going in and speaking your truth. Now it's about speaking your truth. But after you've had some more information, after you've gotten clarity on what it is that you think you understand, or vice versa, you might have to tell someone else, well, look, this is what actually happened. You've totally gotten the wrong end of the stick here. And the advice is also, well, I want to say this to you. Especially if you're really passionate about this, I want to clear my name. I want to make sure this is understood. Is it in line with what you're working on? Is it in line with the future that you're trying to build? The answer is yes, do this. If the answer is no, then the Knight of Swords sometimes can be that person who comes in, drops their truth and just leaves again. Doesn't really stick around for that kind of stuff. So, you know, that very fast moving energy. But it all depends. That's what why the advice is here. What are you trying to build? The 8 of Pentacles is what we work on. It takes a lot of effort, focused effort. Now, for some, this is going to be a distraction. Not even going to lie to you. This is a bloody distraction from something else that you're working on. You might be trying to get that contract. You might be trying to work on your relationship, buying that house, building whatever, because we're at an 8 here. We're trying to get to the 10. 10 is the legacy card. Something that, what is our purpose, our long-term purpose, long-term security and stability. So each of you has a question to answer for yourselves, and only you can answer it for yourselves this week. Is this in line? Is this in tune with what your long-term security and stability? If it is, take a pause, like work on this. If it isn't, then why is this a distraction? Why is it a distraction? I mean, have a look at the colors of this, right? You can see it. This is the only one that kind of stands out with the greens and the browns and stuff. Everything else is kind of like the blues and the grays here and then all the reds here. This is about thoughts and action, passions and all this kind of arguments and stuff going on. If it's in line with the Eight of Pentacles, do this. Get this cleared up. That's an opportunity to do that. For others of you, though, it feels like, I mean, for some of you, it might be, yeah, Jay, it's a distraction, but I'm still going to be distracted until I sort it out. Then great. Go do that. But more information is needed. More information is needed. Thank you so much to everyone that's been there with me. Whether this is the first video that you're ever watching of mine, or whether you've been there with me from before YouTube was even a thing in the Aquarian Insight world, because I've had my website for quite a few years now. Some of you followed me on there when that was all that I was doing. I'm so blessed that you guys are all a part of my journey, and totally and completely honored that you would make me and my messages a part of your journey. I never take that for granted. So I love you guys very much. I will see you next time, but that's all for now. Goodbye.